I'm the bad guy. Duh.
Hello, everybody, and I'm back here in the fandom zone, or the fandom car, to bring you another great review by the most earth-breaking, ground-shaking, but never media show money taking, the man, the myth, the legend, the most electrifying villain on YouTube entertainment today, Mr. General Zod. And I'm outside here at the theater because after I saw this movie, I just had to record a raw review right off the cuff because there's a lot to say. So I'm going to be talking about Bong Joon-ho's Parasite. This movie, I've heard a lot of things about this film, but I finally got to see it in theaters, and wow, just wow. I love when I see consistently good movies. So we're going to get to the overview, my pros, my cons, what I like, what I don't like, my rating system from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst garbage your earth has ever produced, and 10 being a glorious masterpiece from you humans. So let's get down to it. The overview of this film is that it is about a rather poor family, maybe not so much poor as middle-class family, and the son gets a position helping teach this rich family's kids. He forges some documents, and he gets in and then positions the rest of his family into these rich people's lives, and then they subsequently start taking positions in this rich family's life, and they start making it and getting more money and things like that, and then a series of crazy events happen. So what do I gotta say my pros are? This film is so well acted. Literally, this film builds a mounting sense of tension. And I mean, even little scenes, there's a couple of scenes in here, and I don't want to spoil anything, and it's hard to talk about this film without spoiling it, but there's one scene in particular towards the latter half of the film that is really intense, and really it shows the differences between classism and the elitist point of view, especially towards the end of this film, and the middle to lower class, and the differences between their living and how they view the world. It's a very well poignant, probably a bigger statement because the film focuses a lot on it than the Joker was, but in the vein of that kind of acting and that kind of social commentary. So the comparisons to Joker were pretty accurate, except for the fact that this, I think, deals with classism more. And also, too, this thing is just excellently shot. The house that this is shot at has the most gorgeous view ever. It's just really breathtaking, and it sucks you in. The way the actors and actresses act on this, like the way the rich mom acts and how she's kind of naive, and the father, and there's this underlining from both fathers. They mirror each other, and one mirrors the kind of poor, desperate, out on his luck dad who's trying to hold the family together, and the other one has everything but has like this underlining snottiness about him. And through this film they build the tension so much in the ending. My God, the last like 15-20 minutes of this is just wow. Like, I had to record this now, like, wow, just shit goes down. I can't put it any other way. Shit goes down that just, wow. It just, your jaw is hanging open. And the thing that I liked about that was that it was one event, one foolish thing that happens that sets the rest of the movie's events into motion. And it's one mistake that's made that starts a chain of events that leads to absolute mayhem at the end of this film. And I was talking about this with the unicorn, and, it was funny watching her reaction, because she was like, one thing, and it's true, it's like life. One thing happens in this movie that sets off an unbelievable fucked chain of events. And you just gotta watch it because it's absolutely mind-blowing. My cons, not that many. I will say you have to stick with this movie. Reading subtitles might take some people out of it, and it is very built suspense. So, I mean, the last 15 to 20 minutes is where all of the violence comes in. Most of the movie is just building up this plot and building and building and building until you get to the crescendo of this movie by the end. Holy shit. So anyways, what do I think of this film? I don't like to rate based on raw emotions, but this film's so brilliant. I had to rate it right away. I had to get it out there. I had to let the good people know. Zod approves, and I give this a 10. Parasite is a well-crafted film. I'd say this was one of the best international films to bring here to showcase the fine directing talents of the Korean market. I think this movie might be a good shift into more foreign films that offer this quality of entertainment, thought-provoking. I mean, everything you want in a movie is in this film. There's a lot of tension, there's a lot of suspense, there's a lot of social commentary done right, there's a lot of great acting, and the ending. Holy shit, the ending. Just the end of this film. Just go see this movie. Zod approves. Zod gives this a 10. Go and watch this film immediately. As a matter of fact, they're re-releasing it because it is up for an Oscar. Go watch it immediately. This could be a strong contender against Joker. They're both in that same kind of vein. Their endings are both fucked. So we'll see when wow. Just wow. Anyways, if you've seen this, let me know what you think in the comments below. Tell me, have you seen Parasite? Are you interested in seeing it? Did you have no idea what it was about? And all of that good stuff. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Show a villain some love. And as always, remember, there is only one rule here in the Fandom Zone. Kneel before Zod.
I'm the bad guy. Duh.